If you've been looking at property prices in Dubai or Abu Dhabi lately, you've probably noticed something. They're going up again. Whether you're trying to rent an apartment in downtown, buy a villa in Jumeirah, or invest in an off-plan project out in the suburbs, prices have jumped. And not by a little. And the big question that's on everyone's mind right now is this sustainable? Or are we heading straight toward another real estate bubble? In this video, I'm going to break down what's actually causing the spike in UAE's real estate prices, who's driving the demand, and whether this whole thing is a short-term bubble or a long-term shift. Because if you're thinking about buying, renting, or investing in property here, this is the kind of stuff you need to know before making a move. So let's get right into it. So here's what's happening. After a major slump during COVID, where prices in many areas dropped and supply was outpacing demand, we've now seen nearly 3 straight years of consistent growth, especially in prime and luxury segments. We're talking about areas like Palm Jumeirah, downtown Dubai, Business Bay, Dubai Hills, and Arabian Ranches. These areas have seen double-digit price increases year on year, and it's not just hype, it's real. Transactions are up, rents are up, off-plan projects are selling out fast, so the natural question is, what's driving all this demand? One major factor is obviously foreign investment. A lot of the money flowing into the UAE real estate market isn't coming from residents, it's coming from abroad. High net worth individuals from Europe, Russia, China, and India are parking their wealth in Dubai real estate. And they're not just buying one apartment, they're buying entire floors. So you might ask why? Because Dubai has become a global safe haven. No income tax, stable political environment, strong infrastructure, and most importantly, liquidity. You can buy and sell property here relatively quickly compared to many other countries. And with the introduction of the Golden Visa, things accelerated even more. Suddenly, if you invest only 2 million dirhams or more in property, you can get long-term residency in the UAE. That was a game changer. Now, property isn't just a financial investment, it's a lifestyle and immigration tool. And developers knew this. They started building properties that fit right into that sweet spot, between the 2 to 3 million dirhams for investors looking to qualify for the Golden Visa. Now, add this to the fact that developers have been extremely aggressive with marketing and off-plan projects. You've probably seen them. Pay 10% now, 5% later, 1% every month, and you're locked in. These easy payment plans attract both local and international buyers, and they've created a situation where demand is high, sometimes artificially high, because it feels too easy to buy. But it's not just demand that's pushing prices up. Supply plays a role as well. While it feels like there's construction everywhere in Dubai, a lot of those projects are already sold off-plan, and many of them won't be delivered for another 2 or 3 years. So what's happening in the meantime is that existing ready properties, especially villas, townhouses, and well-located apartments are in short supply. This imbalance is driving up prices in the secondary market and in turn raising rental prices as well. Speaking of rentals, let's talk about that. Rents in Dubai have gone up significantly in the past 2 years. Tenants who were paying 80,000 dirhams a year for a 1-bedroom in JVC are now being quoted 120,000 dirhams or more. If you've tried to renew your lease recently, you've probably felt the shock. And that's pushing a lot of residents to consider buying instead, especially when mortgage rates are relatively low compared to historical norms. But here's the problem. While rental yields in Dubai are still considered strong compared to global cities, the gap between ownership cost and rental income is narrowing. Prices have gone up faster than rents in many areas, which means yields are starting to compress. If you're buying purely as an investor looking for income, you need to be careful about where you buy and what kind of returns you're actually going to get. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is this a bubble? It's easy to think that when prices rise fast, a crash is coming. But this isn't 2008, and it's not even 2014. Back then, the market was being driven by speculation, cheap lending, and zero oversight. Now it's more structured. Mortgage regulations have gotten tighter. The UAE Central Bank has placed caps on how much you can borrow based on your income and the value of the property. There's also a lot more transparency in terms of listings, data, and transaction records. Plus, the demographic makeup of buyers has changed. It's not just flippers anymore, it's end users, families, people relocating long-term, digital nomads settling in Dubai, or entrepreneurs moving their businesses over here. These aren't people looking to buy and flip in the next 6 months. They're looking to stay here. And that's a big difference in terms of market stability. That said, obviously there are risks. If global interest rates go up further, mortgage costs will rise, which could slow down buying activity. If geopolitical tensions escalate, that could impact investor confidence. And if developers oversaturate the market again, we could start seeing downward pressure on prices in certain segments. But overall, my take is this. What we're seeing in 2025 isn't just a bubble, it's a shift. The UAE, and especially Dubai, is positioning itself as a long-term lifestyle and business destination. And that brings with it steady demand for real estate. So it begs the question, should you buy now? If you're buying a home to live in and you're planning to stay for at least 5 to 7 years, now is still a good time. Yes, prices have gone up, but they're still relatively affordable compared to global cities like London, New York, or Hong Kong. Plus, the quality of life here, the safety, the tax benefits, they all add value overall. If you're investing, the key is to be smart. Don't just chase flashy projects or assume everything will keep going up. Look at areas with proper infrastructure, community, upcoming developments, and strong tenant demand. Do your homework. Speak to agents who actually know the market, not just salespeople reading off of a brochure. And if you're on the fence, think about your long-term goals. Real estate isn't a get-rich quick game anymore, not in the UAE. But if you play it right, it can still be a very profitable, stable investment over time. So, time for final thoughts. The rise in UAE real estate prices isn't random. It's being driven by global demand, long-term immigration policies, and a shifting perception of Dubai as a place to live and not just for vacation. While there are always risks and prices may correct in some segments, this doesn't look like a crash waiting to happen. It looks more like a maturing market finding its footing. So what do you think? Are we in a sustainable boom or a bubble waiting to burst? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into finance, real estate, credit cards, and life in general in the UAE. I'll see you guys in the next one.